What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links ranked PP video. In today's ranked PP video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys a deck that can summon Lightning Warrior, but it's not centralized around Lightning Warrior. Basically, the origin story of this deck is that at first when I was trying to build a deck for Lightning Warrior, I basically built a deck that was only built for summoning Lightning Warrior, and of course, you know, 7-star and 8-star Synchro monsters. But I don't know, the issue with the deck though is that it took way too many resources just to summon a monster that gets absolutely decimated, right? Like, I would work so hard to get my Lightning Warrior onto the board, but then it would just get decimated right away. Either my opponent would be stalling by keep setting monsters and I only had back row, and it was just a mess. Like, it wasn't good at all. It did the job of summoning Lightning Warrior, but it wasn't a deck that could win. So basically, kind of on a whim, I thought of my favorite deck of all time, Geminis, and I kind of realized that I could probably build this Gemini engine, like, pretty similar to my Gemini decks, but add some level 3 tuners into my deck in order to Synchro summon it into Lightning Warrior. So that's kind of the origin story of this deck. Right as I finished this deck, I called it the Spark of Hope because I had some hope that that I was gonna be able to win a lot of duels with this deck, and overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this deck. This deck has been performing pretty well, except for today, and I'll explain why later in, like, the end of the deck list right here. But overall, this deck has actually been performing a lot better than I would have thought of, and I probably could get to legend with this deck pretty easily. So yeah, let's go talk about it, and let's just go do a breakdown on this whole deck. So yeah, this is the Spark of Hope deck right here, and it's going to be a deck that you can Synchro summon into a lot of monsters. We're going to be running the What Grows in the Graveyard skill. This skill puts a Dark Verger in the graveyard, and we're going to want that because it is a level 2 monster. And as you guys probably know already for keeping up with the game, Junk Synchron is finally a card that we can get from a box. It's from the newest box, Secrets of the Ancients. And basically, a Junk Synchron is that since you use the What Grows in the Graveyard skill to automatically put a level 2 monster in the graveyard, you can use Junk Synchron to special summon that level 2 monster from the graveyard and go to a Synchro summon of a 5-star monster. And the 5-star monster that we have, of course, is Keeper of the Boundaries. This card's super nice because if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. That's really cool right there, and honestly, that's what I love about this deck. The biggest issue with this deck currently for me, though, is the fact that I literally only have one Junk Synchron. This box hates me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Konami hates me today. I've been trying to open up so many packs from the Secrets of the Ancient box. I even gave Konami $15, opened up 18 packs only to get rares and normal cards. Like, it's been rough, and I currently only have one copy of Junk Synchron, and due to that, this deck just can't pop off as much as I would want it to, because since we are using the What Grows in the Graveyard skill, we would want to run multiple copies of Junk Synchron, because basically when you open up Junk Synchron, it's an automatic Synchro summon into Keeper of the Boundaries. So just think of Junk Synchron as a Keeper of the Boundaries, since we have always have a monster in our graveyard for level 2 right there. So that's what's rough about this build, and it's a big X right there. So if you guys have 2 to 3 copies of Junk Synchron, this deck is going to work so much better than how it is for me right now. It really is. Due to that, though, since I only have one copy of Junk Synchron, we are subbing in Full Helm Knight simply because that has a protection effect. So it has this protection effect where it can stay alive. Basically, when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster and negate that attack. It's just a good alternative, I guess you could say. It's probably one of my best alternatives for this. So there's that right there. So yeah, we have 2 copies of Full Helm Knight, which is nice right there. So we're going to be running that. But I'd love if I had 2 or 3 copies of Junk Synchron. This deck, in my opinion, would perform so much better because it would be so much easier to get into this card. There's that right there. Next up, we're going to be playing the Gemini engine. We're running 3 copies of Dark Valkyria and 3 cards of Evo. Basically, with Dark Valkyria, if you make it an effect monster, you can either give it attack points or remove those attack points and then destroy a monster on the field. With Evo, if you get it as a Gemini monster or as an effect monster, you can remove it to face-up equip spell on the field and destroy any card on your opponent's side of the field. Really cool cards right here. Love this Gemini engine. It works like a charm. We're going to be using Supervise so we can give our Geminis their effects. If we equip Supervise to our Dark Valkyria or Evo, their effects can start popping. And what's really cool about Supervise is that when this card is face up on the field and gets sent to the graveyard, you can actually special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. And Dark Valkyria and Evo count as normal monsters in the graveyard, so we can special summon them back with Supervise. Super card right there, or super good card right there. Next up, we have 2 copies of Gemini Spark, which is one of the reasons why I called it Spark of Hope, because, you know, it's Spark right there, and we have Lightning Warrior. Boom, bada, bang, there you go. Anyway, so 2 copies of Gemini Spark, you can sacrifice or tribute one of your 4-star Geminis and destroy any card on the field. Really cool right there. If you have, like, a Gemini equipped with Supervise, use Gemini Spark. Basically, pop your Gemini monster with Supervise, kill one of your opponent's cards, bring back your Gemini monster because of the supervised effect, and you get a draw card at the effect resolve. So really cool card up there. Love it. We're running 2 copies Super Rush Headlong. This card has actually been pretty useful for me, and some duels, so I'm loving that card right there. When it comes back, we're running a Canadia and Floodgate. If you guys have 2 copies of Canadia, I would strongly recommend that, because with Canadia, if you special summon it back through its effect, it's actually a 2-star monster, and you can use that with your 3-star tuners and go for the Synchro summon of the 5-star Armades. So that's my other way to summon my second copy of Armades. Still, I'd love if I had multiple copies of Junk Synchro instead of Full Health Knight. That would have been great. And last but not least, we're running 2 copies of Wall of Disruption. When it comes to extra deck, we're running Stardust Dragon. We're running 1 copy Lightning Works. This is kind of the theme of the deck right here. We're running 1 copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon. We're running 2 copies of Army's Keeper of the Boundaries. What's super cool about this build is, like, for example, Ancient Fairy Dragons can handle vampires and UAs, especially UAs. Like, this card bodies UAs, surprisingly. Lightning Warrior for that effect damage, and just a bigger monster if we needed to. We can actually summon Stardust if we Synchro summon with Keeper of the Boundaries with one of our 3-star tuners, so that's pretty cool right there. Helps out against Yubel decks and everything like that, so that's cool. And yeah, that's kind of it for today's deck list. Now, I'm gonna be honest, boys, I did try to record this video earlier today, and I did 2 live duels, hoping that I could get some wins, and I honestly bricked, like, really bad. Like, I bricked so bad, and it got me pretty frustrated. Like, I'm low-key frustrated right now because I'm just having a bad day with Duel Links, with the fact that I can't pull any copies of Junk Synchron, because I've been spending all my gems and money on trying to get Junk Synchron, and also the fact that, well, I tried to do some live duels and got absolutely decimated. Hopefully the second go of the round goes well for today's video, but if it doesn't, you go check out my live stream. I actually did a live stream on this deck, and like the first hour of the live stream, I was getting wins upon wins upon wins. Like, this deck was not breaking at all, and I was getting wins. But I don't know, today is just one of those days where I'm breaking a lot, but hopefully the second time around with this recording will be fine. But I don't know, but I'll see you guys in the live duels. Okay, so we're going against a Platinum Rank 2 from Korea. That's cool. Going against Ed Tristan Taylor. What memes are we going to be seeing today? What memes are we going to be seeing today? We are going... I didn't want to go first. But we got to have confidence. We got to have confidence until I see my brick. Until I see my brick. Okay, I was about to get angry, but this is actually a good hand. Why? Because we got Supervise and Dark Valkyrian. This is the Dream Wombo combo. So there's that right there. So let's go for this. Let's go for that. And double face down. I'm good to go from there. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it, boys. Oh, that's not fun. Ooh, I don't like SSA. I think I'm gonna lose this one. If I'm going against SSA, I'm definitely gonna lose this one. I absolutely hate SSA. I really do. Okay, let's see what we top deck into. Evo, that's nice. I actually am really pretty happy about that. I think I'm gonna just do this for damage. Let's just get some damage, and let's go get rid of that monster right there. I'm gonna guess that's SSA face down. Oh, Snowman Eater, that was a good card to get rid of, that's for sure. But yeah, it's either SSA or some sort of like Econ maybe. I kind of wouldn't mind if it was Econ, but it's probably SSA. That'd be my guess. That'd be my guess right there. Well, on the bright side though is if this guy does somehow get Sea Stealth Attack, like the big fish in the pond, if he gets that card out, then I think we'll be fine with Wall of Disruption. But yeah, I don't know. If this is SSA, I'm gonna probably get smacked. I'm probably gonna get destroyed. Oh. Yep, Sea Stealth Attack. So what does this do? Once per turn. Okay. So yeah, you can just sub it out, can't you? See, this is my problem. I don't know what to go against this deck. Once per turn, yeah, so this turn spell you control. Interesting. Even when this card leaves the field. Shoot. Okay. At least it doesn't have that effect. This is tough. Yeah, this is rough. Let's see what he does. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what am I doing? Like, every time I go against an SSA deck, I just completely, like, forget that I don't have a brain. Or, like, I don't have a brain when I go against SSA. Like, every time I go against this deck, I just don't understand what I'm doing. So, yeah, it's just gonna do that real quick. That's annoying. Hopefully we can top deck into Supervise. That's not Supervise. On the bright side, we can Floodgate his monster. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to normal summon Dark Valkyria. Okay, that's Canada, isn't it? I don't know. It's something, though. Maybe it's another stealth attack. If it is, that's actually probably the best thing. But yeah, every time I go against SSA, I just lose my brain. My brain just hops out of my head. And I don't get it. Yes. If it's Wall of Disruption, we actually still win, but of course it isn't, so there's that. Let's go do that attack, though. Is that SSA? Hopefully it is. Oh, that's fine. Wait, what's Wall? Oh, the trigger. The trigger was the fact that it was SSA. We won that duel. That guy had a very nerfed version of SSA, so it was a very mediocre one right there. Cool that we won against that, though. But let's go check out this guy's deck, though. But yeah, like, I don't know what I was doing. Like, I literally, like, didn't process anything. I just clicked buttons, and I just got lucky. That's honestly what it was. I just got lucky right there. Definitely right there for sure. But let's go check out this guy's deck. And okay, so yeah, actually, so this is a very budget version of the deck. I have 2 copies of Whale. Only okay, that explains that. I'm trying to like remember, like I have 2 copies of Whale. I hate that card. I hate Whale so much. I gotta build this if I want to though. I think I actually tried to build SSA, but I never like took the time to finish it. So there's that right there. But yeah, SSA with no skill. We won against that. Let's go on to the next ranked duel. Next duel, we're going against a Platinum Rank 1 from Japan. His name is Semp Man. Ooh, so we're either going against Dragunities or Blue Eyes. I'm going to bet Dragunities, but now betting that, it's probably going to be Blue Eyes. Because, like, every time I would think it's Blue... Okay, it is Blue Eyes. What the... Why? Okay. Another cool hand. Hopefully, we can draw to some of our tuner monsters, though, so we can do some Synchro Summon in action. Hopefully, we can do some sick Synchro Summoning action right there. Oh, okay. You know, that's fine. And another Dark Valkyria, that's cool. I like it. I like it. Let's do this real quick. Get back out of that. Boom, bada, bang. And we're going to set the rush. We got a Gemini with Supervise's backup, which is amazing. So, yeah. Ooh, 2100 damage. Let's get it. Let's get it, my boys. Okay, so we're kind of in a good spot. Those are probably like, one of them's probably like Birthright, so first cry, that's going to be my guess. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we're probably going to do is destroy a card on the field. We're going to get rid of that, and let's see what this person does. Is it a Kidmodo Dragon? Oh, okay. Next up, I think I want to get rid of back row. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do some shenanigans right here, boys. So we're actually going to actually be able to use both of our supervisors right here. So we're going to do this, pop that. Hey, cool. And then we're able to use this effect again to get rid of his other card. Very cool. Wall of Disruption, get that out of here, my guys. What was that first card we got? That Wacky Alchemy. Okay, very cool. And then go for 1900 right there. Wow, okay. That's crazy. I will hopefully in the next live duel that we can do some Synchro Summoning action. But at the same time, I mean, the Duel Replay showed the Synchro Summoning action of this deck, so not that big of a deal. But let's go into the last live duel in today's video. Okay, so we're going against a guy called Monster Cardo. Ooh, United States. United States players mess me up. My home country messes me up. But let's go see what this guy is. But that, since he is Monster Cardo, this is probably some meme deck where we draw a lot of cards. I'm just saying. That's probably what it is. What grows in the graveyard and Holy Guard. Uh-oh. Hey! If we're going against a Glad Beast, this is perfect. Oh, snap. Hey! We got the answer for Glad Beast. Thank goodness we top deck into Junk Synchron. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go, boys. Oh, baby. Let's go. Uh-oh. Do you have Floodgate? No, he has Trap Hole. This guy has Trap Hole. That's what he has. What a joke. Activate your Trap Hole, bud. You gotta have Trap Hole. If you don't have Trap Hole, I'd genuinely be surprised. I really would. This guy easily has Trap Hole. He has some sort of trap. That's a hole. That's gonna mess me up. We're gonna do the double set, though. We're gonna do the double set right there, go into battle. This is really gonna go through? I was about to say. Okay, Econ. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. On the bright side, though, we got some answers for these stupid Gladiator Beasts. And probably next turn, I'm going to summon into Full Helm Knight. So we have that protection. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to probably do... Cool. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to... hey, in my defense, not many people use Econ. People don't play Econ, or not Econ, my bad. Anti-magic arrows. I mean, like, that's a card that, like, oh man, that sucks. That's something that I just can't predict because people don't play it that much anymore. I remember back in the day, I used to predict it all the time, but yeah, it's an underrated card. It's an underrated card. I had my floodgates, I really did. Yeah, that sucks. That's a rough one for me. That is a rough one for me. That ruined the game. That's it. That's it. I can't do anything else. I mean, I could set Full Helm Knight, I guess. I don't know. Summoning a... I guess I'll save myself. Nah, overall, if I summon an attack position, I won't take that. I'll only take 200 instead of 1500, so I guess I'll do that. But yeah, that's rough. That's pretty rough right there. Now, at the same time, though, I'm just saying, guys, actually, at the same time, though, if you have 3 copies of Junk Synchron, like, if this was a Junk Synchron, we would still be fine, in my opinion. We would have been able to Synchro summon again and basically go for another Armades. But the fact that I only have 1 Junk Synchron really handicaps this deck, which makes me sad. It definitely makes me sad. Hopefully, we could top deck into, I think, Dark Valkyria. Yeah, Dark Valkyria would probably be the best card that I would want to draw into. In this situation. Okay, yeah, we lose. That sucks, man. Dude, I'd love to have multiple copies of Junk Synchron, because if I had 3 copies of Junk Synchron, I could have won for another Armades. We would have had that monster. I'm gonna guess that face down is possibly one that was a back row. But yeah, that sucks. I can't do anything about that. That guy just had the better card than me. But I'd love if I had multiple copies of your boy, Junk Synchron. That would make things life a lot better. It looks like we're still gonna win this turn, though. Or, I mean, we're still gonna live another turn, which is crazy. Oh, shit. I mean, I'll take it. Unless the guy has, like, Econ. If he has Econ, we lose. I don't think he does, though, because that never triggered. It's probably like a wall disruption or some shit, honestly. But, hey, I mean, I'm gonna take 2100 damage, though, which sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna take 2100 damage for sure. But yeah, like, I actually had the Victory Royale. We just summoned a monster right there, which is fun. Gonna take the 2100 damage. Let's go see what monsters are gonna deploy into. Still, that anti-magic arrows messed me up. That's what feels bad right there. I guess the downside of this deck, too, is that the fact that since it is a mix of tuners and Geminis, if you don't draw into your Geminis, this deck is super handicapped. Yeah, I can't use any of these cards. That is a big downside with this deck, I will say, is the fact that if you only draw into your tuners and Gemini cards, it's really rough. But still, in my opinion, if you have 3 copies of Junk Synchron instead of the mix of tuners, you still would be in a good position, honestly. So, I don't know, it's a good lesson that this deck isn't the greatest. It's okay to take some losses. See, I actually did a recording of this video where I got decimated. Like, I got like 2 losses in a row and I got decimated. And I ranted way too much. Like, I'm ranting right now as it is. But I ranted way too much in my first 2 losses when I bricked really bad. So, I didn't think that would be entertaining for you guys. And it would just be me being a crybaby about everything. So, I didn't keep that recording. But yeah, we got 2 quick wins back to back. It kind of shows you that... I mean, like, what I'm trying to show you with this deck is that it's a Gemini deck that uses tuners, and you could use those tuners for toolboxes. The Duel Replays kind of show you the true potential of this deck, and honestly, when I get 2 or 3 copies of Junk Synchron, this deck is going to be 10 times better than it is right now. Having 1 Junk Synchron definitely handicaps this deck, in my opinion, but the fact that, yeah, it just handicaps this deck, in my opinion. Full Helm Knight does kind of does the job, but that card really is just not it for the game. Honestly, Junk Synchron with what grows in the graveyard, it's so good. So I'm going to keep grinding for gems. I'm probably going to get a lot of gems and just go for Junk Synchron. I think some Christmas sales are actually coming soon, so I'll probably go into those Christmas sales and hopefully get another 2 or 3 copies of Junk Synchron because I need Junk Synchron badly for this deck. And I think once I get 2 or 3 copies of Junk Synchron, I'll probably bring it back to this deck because honestly, I'm feeling like I can reach this deck with Legend. Especially once I get 2 or 3 copies of Junk Synchron, I'm gonna reach Legend easily with this deck. So that's going to be it right there. But yeah, if you want to see a bunch of me using this deck, be sure to go check out my live stream. That was like about 2 hours long where I used this deck a ton. That was a ton of fun right there. If you guys enjoyed this video from start to finish and you thought that this deck was pretty cool, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more Duel Links content. Still, I think it's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.